that's pretty cool to see his style.
What about the schedule is different or impactful for the guys, you think?
I think a lot, just how much time he spends with them. I mean, he has some player meetings, that first year player meetings, and then he has meetings with our team, and we go through football one-on-one. And heck, I'm learning. I'm kind of embarrassed that I'm 18 years as a coach, and I was like, golly, I've actually never heard that or thought of that before. So, he's not just teaching the kids; he's teaching us too. And that's one of the reasons why I came here, is I knew he'd make me a better coach, and hopefully a coordinator one day, and hopefully one day a head coach. But he's teaching everybody in the building, not just the players.
Sounds like Captain Jones and Colin Dixon have strong springers.
Yes.
What have you seen from them going into the fall? What can they bring to the competition?
Yeah, the first thing is confidence. And Captain Jones is playing with a confidence that he didn't have back in the first part of the spring. And that when you have confidence, whether you think you are or you don't, man, like you better think you are when you go out there. You better have confidence in yourself. So he's done a good job with that. Colin Dixon is just as solid as they come. And again, just like I said, man, we just want guys that can go out there and make plays and be consistent, and there's no drop off. And we're getting to that point. The guys are working really hard. I'm really proud of the group.
Seems like you have a lot of guys, especially on the outside. What's the rotation look like for that? Is there enough plays to go around for everyone?
Oh yeah. We love to have a good group of guys that we can rotate in the game. Through all the Cortland Suttons and the Xavier Legettes that I've coached, man, they bless their heart. We were playing them 70-something plays a game, and after you study it, after 45, 50 plays, you start to get diminishing returns and some stuff because they're just exhausted. So the more we can rotate guys and the more we can keep everybody fresh, that's what we're trying to do.
What kind of camp is Ashton having?
It's a really good camp. Again, another guy that's been here and is highly intelligent. And we have smart guys. I'm just telling you, it is impressive because we put a lot on him. Coach Lundy's stressed him mentally, and he's doing really well. Made a really good catch today for a score. And again, just the confidence, man. The more plays you make, the more confidence you get, and then you go play better.
For Malik, drops were a little bit of a problem. How's his hands look?
He's been better. He worked really hard. They're constantly doing ball drills, constantly doing jugs. They were still doing jugs when I walked in here. And just for Malik, it's just the focus of being here. We talk about it all the time in our program. It's one of the things you see on the door when you walk in is just be here. And I think he's done a better job of focusing on like each day. Hey, look, I'm gonna take this next hour and I'm gonna get better, right? And not just looking at the full day of what he's got ahead, but just focus on the moment, focus where he is. He's done a better job on that.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Just when you see and hear in this building the emphasis that's been put on the run game, especially in this camp, how do you get your guys to understand, hey, that involves us too? We're not just butterflies out on the outside here.
That was the first thing I taught. One of the first things we showed in my meeting room was the Xavier Legettes, the Trailenbergs, and Cortland Suttons blocking. And
quite frankly, before you got here, that's how Pat Bryant got on the field.
Yeah.
Quite frankly,
like we're going to be involved in the run game. I told Coach Laney that. I told Coach B that when I got hired here. I said, hey, look, I promise you, we will block. We tell them all the time, it takes zero talent to play with effort, and that's all blocking is a mentality and a want to. And if you want that running back to step up on a blitz pickup, and throw down the field and hit a linebacker right in the face, then we're going to go hit safeties in the face. We're going to block. We're going to play with effort, and we're going to be team guys. That's the standard. And then again, the standard is the minimum. So our guys have really done a good job of embracing that. Like we celebrate. If I tell them all the time, they'll probably laugh if they hear this. I love watching y'all catch touchdown passes and big plays, but watching you crack a linebacker or seal off a drop down safety for a big time run, that stuff gets me really excited, and they've done a good job of attacking it.
You've probably been asked this, but when you get a Sakari Franklin as late in the summer as you did, what are the steps to get him I know he's played so much ball and he has so much experience, but he doesn't have any experience in how you do things. So how does that work from a schedule standpoint, just getting him integrated?
Yeah, I talked about this earlier, like the familiarity that he has with Coach Lenny and with the system, gosh, that just helps. He's been at some really freaking good programs that have won a lot. Coach Traylor and those guys down there used to say have won a ton of games. And he knows how to work. He knows how they work. He knows Coach Lenny, and me and Coach Lenny, a lot of our coaches, our philosophies are similar. And that was one of the things in recruiting is you tell him, hey, look, when you get here now, look, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. There's a certain way that this building's not for everybody. There's a certain way you do things in this building with Coach B, and that's why he's had the success he's had as a head coach, and he's done a good job of buying into it. He's all in with the guys, man. He's done a great job of integrating himself in that room. The older guys have done a great job of welcoming him, and the young guys, he's helping them. He's played a lot of football, so the familiarity he has with Barry and with the offense has obviously helped that whole transition.
And lastly, you just from a positional standpoint, it seems like the versatility you have in your room is really going to show out this year. And we talk about that with a lot of other positions, but then we tend to pigeonhole wide receivers that you're an outside guy or you're a slot guy. It seems like you've really kind of made everybody kind of learn all three and understand you could be on the field here real quick.
We teach conceptually, and that's the thing. Obviously, that's one thing. When I got here, I was like, gosh almighty, there's a lot of big kids.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you can't play in the slot.
Right.
We're gonna find out what guys do well, what they don't do well. We're gonna play to their strengths. That's why they call us coach.
Sure.
Figure out what guys can do, what they can't do, what they're better at. But yeah, those guys have done a really good job of embracing that. When we teach conceptually. We just, like, half the time I'm drawing up there, I just draw circles. I don't even draw letters. And that way they learn concepts. And that's the thing I told, hey, look, you want to get on the field, the fastest way to get on the field is know how to play every spot. So,
Coach,